Welcome one and all. Today I'll be presenting with you all with a brief awareness on voter education. Your vote matters. Election day is not holiday. Please do vote. So, as I said, we will have a brief awareness session on voter education. Here we go. This is the instructions given by the Election Commission of India. I have taken the screenshots directly from their leaflet that they released. So, to enroll as a voter, you should be an Indian citizen, resident of the polling area, 18 years or above of age. Check your name in the voter list mandatorily after announcement of elections. To cast your vote, you must have your name in the voters list. To search your name in the voters list, you can search it at voterportal.eci.gov.in. You can SMS to 1950 ECI space your EPIC number, or you can use voter helpline app. To register as a voter in online, you can use www.nvsp.in or voterportal.eci.gov.in, or you can use the voter helpline mobile app. Then for any election related query, you can call the helpline 1950. For offline registration, you can contact your BLO or the nearest voter facilitation center. As I said, voter helpline app, it is the one-stop solution for registration and election related services. You can check the details of contesting candidates. You can generate your voter information slip from the voter helpline app. Next is postal ballot. Following can fill Form 12D and avail the postal ballot facility. They are senior citizens above 80 years of age, PWD, persons with disabilities marked in the electoral roll, electors employed in the notified essential services. For postal ballot facility, call 1950 or contact your BLO. To know your BLO, SMS to 1950 ECI contact space EPIC number. To know your candidate, there's a Know Your Candidate app where you can check the details of each candidate of your constituency as given in the affidavit, qualification, criminal antecedents, and assets if any. Use voter helpline app, CEO website, affidavit.eci.gov.in to know your candidate. Link Epic with Aadhaar card, it's voluntary. Then on poll day, holiday is declared on the day of poll, but please go do vote because every vote matters. Voter information slip provided by BLO, or it can be generated using voter helpline app. As said above, no gadgets will be allowed in polling booth. You can locate your polling station at voterportal.eci.gov.in. You can SMS to 1950 ECI PS space your EPIC number, or you can use voter helpline app. You need to carry any of the following approved identity document and voter information slip to the polling station. Your voter ID card, that is EPIC, then or Aadhaar card or PAN card or unique disability ID or service identity card or passbook with photo by bank or post office or health insurance smart card or driving license or passport or smart card issued by RGI under NPR or pension document official identity or card issued to MPs, MLAs, MLCs or MNREGA job card. You can report unlawful activity through CVSIL app. You for any election related query, call helpline 1950. Now let's discuss the polling process. You go stand in the queue, then first polling officer checks your name in the voter list and your ID proof. Then second polling officer will mark your fingernail with indelible ink, giving you a slip and takes your signature. Then third polling officer takes the slip and checks the mark on your fingernail. Then you will be allowed to press button against the chosen candidate whom you want to vote. We will discuss it in the next slide. So none of the above, nota option available as last option on the EVM machines. Then here is about casting your vote. So, ready to vote. So, the third polling officer enables the ballot unit as you enter the voting compartment. The ready light of BU will glow. Then, press the blue button on the ballot unit against the name or symbol of the candidate of your choice. So, it's casting your vote. Then, the red light against the name or symbol of candidate that you choose will glow. Just ensure that you see that light. Then, verify the VVPAT. The VVPAT will print and display the ballot slip containing serial number, name, and symbol of the chosen candidate. The beep sound from the control unit marks the vote has been cast successfully. So if you do not see the ballot slip in the VVPAT or hear the loud beep, contact the presiding officer. The slip will be visible through the glass for 7 seconds. Printed slip will be secured in the VVPAT. Other facilities at polling station include drinking water, first aid, waiting shed, toilet. Then here are the few apps that are provided by ECI Election Commission of India for facilitation. It's Person with Disabilities app. Then there's a CVSIL app where you can report unlawful activities. And then these are the facilities provided for PWD and senior citizens. Their ramp and wheelchair, priority access to PWD senior citizens. Then there's a sign language. Then there's EVM with Braille. Then there's a special volunteer to help. Then there's a transport facility for PWD. To correct your details such as change of address, correction of entries, or replacement of EPIC or marking of PWDs, you need to file Form 8. For objections against proposed inclusion or deletion of names in voter list, you need to file Form 7. If for the same, you can use voter helpline app, nsvp.in, or contact your BLO. For postal ballot facility, call 1950 or contact your BLO. Making elections inclusive, accessible, and voter friendly is the motto. Linking your EPIC with Aadhaar is voluntary and it can be done through Form 6B. Then here comes the pledge that you every citizen of India needs to take. We, the citizens of India, have abiding faith in democracy. Hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and the dignity of free, fair, and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, languages, or any inducement. You can register online or verify your details at www.nvsp.in. Apps to install are CVSIL app, Know Your Candidate app, Voter Helpline app, Person with Disabilities app. And there's a QR code given, and 1950 is the toll free. And the motto is to have an inclusive election where no voter will be left behind. So once again, to have a recap on the leaflet released by Election Commission of India, your vote matters. Election day is not holiday. Please do vote. So here are the ways to enroll as voter. Then how to register we have discussed. Then we have discussed about voter helpline app. Then we discussed postal ballot and the poll day do's and don'ts about know your candidate. Then we discussed the polling process. Then we discussed how you cast your vote. Then we discussed the facilitation apps by ECI. We discussed how to correct your details. We discussed about the making elections inclusive, accessible, and voter friendly. And we discussed about the election pledge and few more must do duties of every Indian citizen are register as voter and check your name in the voting list. Vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by any considerations. Make sure people in your locality also vote and motivate them wherever necessary. Check the details of each contesting candidate of your constituency as given in their affidavit, qualification, criminal antecedents, and assets if any. Know the problems of your constituency and responsibly vote for the person with capabilities would help in the progress of your constituency as every vote counts. However, none of the above nota is available as last option on EVM machines. Never accept money or gifts from contesting candidates. because you lose the power on the value of your vote. Report any unlawful activity through CVGL app. Postal ballot available for senior citizens, PWD, and the ones marked in deployed as notified essential services. And before we wind up, I want to draw your attention to fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and Constitution of India. So there are six fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, along with constitutional articles related to them, as mentioned below: right to equality, Articles 14 to 18; right to freedom, Articles 19 to 22; right against exploitation, Articles 23 and 24; right to freedom of religion, Articles 25 to 28; cultural and educational rights, Articles 29 and 30; right to constitutional remedies, it's Article 32. There are 11 fundamental duties that are mentioned. I'll read them one by one. Abide by the Indian Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. Cherish and follow the noble ideas that inspired the national struggle for freedom. Uphold and protect the sovereignty, integrity, and unity of India. Defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. Promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, and to renounce practices derogatory to dignity of women. Value and preserve the rich heritage of the country's composite culture. Protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Develop scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Safeguard public property and to observe violence. Strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activities so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. Provide opportunities for education to his child or ward between age of 6 and 14 years. Then comes the Constitution of India. Let's see what is mentioned in preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation in our Constituent Assembly on this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. So, with this, I wrap up the session on voter education. I hope you had got a brief idea about the electoral processes of India. Thank you. Have a good day.